Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. This is YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. If you see it somewhere else, it's not correct. This is the wrong one. The main tarot I'm going to be using are the Gilded Tarot Royale by Chiarel Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. On the bottom here is the website llewellyn.com, which seems to glare. Hopefully you can see it, or it focuses for a second at least, if you are interested in that deck. Supportive Oracle cards is this one. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. This is the Watkins Publishing. WatkinsPublishing.com is the website. And in the maroon color you can see Tori Hartman's website. I want to say it's ToriHartman.com. Yep, right there. And for the dice, I use a 22-sided dice for the major arcana, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool. 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and for the element of the minor arcana, I use a 4-sided dice. MathArtFun.com is where I got it from. It's called the Dice Shop for the dice. Alright, that being said, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Okay, I think we're all ready. Let's get into your reading. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. You might be dealing with an Aries. You don't have to be, but an Aries is very active and usually very to the point. Can be sometimes brutal with the truth, but boof, directly with it. Even though I'm getting swords cards, I keep thinking that you might be dealing with somebody who's like that, which typically Sagittarius can roll with that, because Aries is very blunt but very honest, and usually Sagittarius is kind of yeah, I can deal with that, that's fine. Because they don't really linger on it, they just say this is what it is, and you're like, alright, then I'll work with that. Very honest energy. So I feel like we're doing a slingshot backwards on this one. Something's going on right now that there's some stress, some questions about what's really going on, but there's somebody behind the scenes that's really kind of this is what it is and this is what we're doing. I keep getting that Aries flavor with this card. This is not an Aries card. Aries is a fire sign and this is an air card, but I keep feeling like there's something like that going on here. Somebody who uses the truth and is very blunt and to the point. And then there's people kind of trying to figure out what's going on here. This person's saying what it is and what's going to happen. It may just be that they're saying this is what we're doing. They might also be saying something like, you don't need to know that, so stop asking questions. That could be how somebody answers it. They're like, I'm not even going to pretend to answer your question. I'm not going to. You don't get that information. You don't deserve that information. You will not have that information. Very blunt person. I don't feel like I feel like it's honest. It's just kind of no, you're not getting that, and I said this, and this is how it's going. And I feel like you can roll with that, but there is some stress around the situation, kind of all right, this person knows what they're doing. They're not telling us what they're doing. You're making it through this. It's creating some more opportunities here. I would like to know more, but I'm fully well aware, I'm not going to get it at this time at the very least. This person does not seem to be amused with the situation. I keep getting it. Direction. They're taking the randomness out of the situation. I keep getting direction, moving forward, direction. I don't feel like there's a conversation. I feel like there's just direction. This is what's going, this is where that's going. This is an air card. I know this is an air card. I know that. But I'm getting communication with purpose. We're moving forward. We're going. This is where it's going. I don't feel explanation. I feel direction. Sag can usually roll with that. Usually. Kind of all right, you're not going to tell me, but if I can believe in you, I guess we're going to just do it. If I can't believe in you, I guess we're going to just do it anyway, and I hope this goes to my benefit at some point. Let's just keep moving. You seem to be linking in as quickly as possible. What's this? Perception. You don't know what to think about it. You don't know what to think about it is what I'm getting. This person, whoever's pushing forward the way they are without any explanation, just direction, you don't know what to think about it. I keep getting you don't know what to think about it, but the more you get into it, I feel like the more you're trying to figure it out. You got the Star card on your side, and you got the Hermit card from the past. Like, if I think about what was going on in the past and where we are now, at the very least, do I think that this person is at least going to honor my efforts and realize that I'm putting in honest effort? If they're going to honor me, is that good enough for me? And do I feel like they can honor me? Do you feel like this person will honor you? Can you be comfortable with that in some version? No. You're really not sure if this is a business thing, I feel like the way you're looking at it is like this person is loyal to the company, they're loyal to their paycheck. I don't write their paycheck. So I really don't think they're loyal to me. But I realize that they're doing what they need to do and they're not giving answers because they don't want to, or maybe they're not supposed to. I don't know which, but I feel like I'm trying to look like what has happened here before. Do I think that's going to happen here again? And you're putting forth your best effort. The question is, what's going on here? What is going on here? There is a goal in sight. The situation is a little dirty. Somebody does not want to give answers, and somebody will walk away before they even tell you anything. This is sometimes referred to as the Thief card, the Seven of Swords. I don't feel like it's the Thief card. I just feel like somebody's saying, I'm not answering it, and they're literally walking away. It's kind of like when you're talking to somebody on the phone, and they're like, I'm not going to talk to this about you. If you're going to keep bringing up this question, we can just end this conversation. And you're like, but, and they're like, click, and that's it. They just shut it right down. They're just like, I feel like that's what this is. They're just shutting it down. Like, no, you're not getting those answers. I'm not telling you those things. And they're not willing to back down on it. It seems like there's a lot going on here with this. Other people know what's going on. I don't think that's a shock. They're moving in a direction. They're trying to save... Are they trying to save their own skin, or what's going on with them? Because they kind of feel like they're saving their own skin. Five of Swords. They don't even see the point. The Fool card reversed, mostly. Oh, there's hiccups with this. Alright, let's try to bring down the energy a little bit. They're not disillusioned about this situation. These are people who know what's going on. They don't feel like they're any more safe than anybody else. They're not even seeing the point of this whole situation. They're just trying to get along as long as they're here to get along with it. They're kind of like, if those are the rules, I'm playing by the rules. I don't know if it's really going to benefit me, but I might as well play by the rules. And I'm also getting this card with these people, so complacency, which I feel like they're just kind of going along with it because they're like, what does it matter? It's not really good, but they're accepting it. It's not really good, but they're accepting it. That's what's going on around you. The next level of this, there's some advice with this. Because I feel like you're doing your due diligence. You're trying to keep up with the situation. You're trying to be loyal to it. I kind of cringe at that. I don't like the idea of people being loyal to something that's not loyal to them. But take it with a grain of salt. Look at it objectively. Does this fit you? Does this not? Because I feel like you keep working at it, and you seem to be diligent with it, but I don't think this situation is honoring you. And they're saying this is not a good road to go with this situation. Don't just keep working. Don't just keep going. Don't just keep going. Don't just keep going. If you keep going, I just feel like somebody is taking advantage of you. The advice here is kind of be more of your own self-advocate. This is one of those times the Vanity card comes in and it's kind of, they're saying, toot your horn. Let them know what you're worth. As much as you can muster, toot that horn as much as you can muster. It's the language of the land at the moment is what I'm getting. That gold card, what is that? Enlightenment. You need information. You need to be a bit showy about it. If you got to show, you got to talk about what your worth is. You got to point it out. I did this. I did that. Remember that I'm here. Remember that I did that. You want from me, you give to me. You want from me, you give to me. You're going to have to fight for it with this one. I don't know if that sounds difficult, but you're going to have to keep pushing it. Your bargaining chip is to pull back your energy. Sagittarius is a go, go, go energy. I know that. But you can do more for you and less for them. And you can balance that out. They want stuff, they got to give you stuff. If they give you stuff, okay, you'll keep doing with that. If they don't, well, I got other things I got to do too. I mean, are you an avid reader? Every now and then just read a book. Like, oh, yeah, back to work now. Just take your time. Don't go above and beyond for this if they're not going to help you. Take it with a grain of salt. Some objectivity. It's a general read. See if that works for you, if that makes sense. Because I'm getting, if you just keep working diligently, they'll just work you into the ground and be like, oh, Sagittarius, oh, they're dead. Oh, well, next one. They won't care. But if you fight back and you're like, I do a lot. You need me. You're lucky to have me. Give to me. You want me to give to you? You give to me. You're not going to give to me? I'm not going to give to you. Fight for it. I feel like this is not going a good direction anyway, whatever the situation is. Because I do feel like it feels like it's on borrowed time. I don't know what that means. I almost feel like, does that mean that like it should have ended before now and it still hasn't? It's on borrowed time. I almost feel something in here is on borrowed time. I don't know if it should have ended, if that's what we mean by this, or if something else is coming in, or if there's another change coming in. Something is on borrowed time. Like something else is going to happen. It should have happened before now. It just hasn't yet. And I do feel like you might end up leaving the situation whether you want to or not at some point. I'm going to have to do that card by itself because that doesn't fit for some reason. Because I feel like you're not getting a lot of energy here. And I keep coming back to that. I don't know. I don't like that card. I think that's the problem. I feel like you're going to move on anyway. At some point, you're going to move on anyway, and it's just going to be like, I'm not really even sure what happened there. I kind of feel like I was left out in the cold a little bit. I don't understand why this had to happen, why that happened to happen. I don't understand why they moved on from me or got rid of me. This card coming in, I have to do some dice on that. I don't like it. I'm trying not to be super jaded, but Seven of Pentacles reversed and the Hermit card also reversed. Seven of Pentacles reversed is like all effort that you put in this situation went nowhere. And then the Hermit reversed is like somebody speaking, that's somebody talking more than they're listening. At some point, you're going to have to move on from this situation. The Gossip card is there too. This situation is getting kind of rough. I know I'm not a Sunshine Rainbows reader, but there's something up with this situation. If this reading is really hitting something you're going through, I don't think you have to wait for this to crash and burn to get off the ship or the plane or whatever. I don't think you have to wait for the crash and burn. When you see your opportunity to go, I feel like maybe it's time to go. If it's this bad and it feels like this, they're saying the sooner you find something else, the happier you'll be. Take it with a grain of salt, of course. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. You'll know that. I feel like that's what this is one of those readings where they're like, if this is hitting, you don't have to wait to the bitter end. You don't have to do that. You may not like going, but you got the Sun card reversed. The Sun card reversed is an interesting card because it's saying that things aren't perfect. Things probably aren't even ideal, but you can still have a good outcome. It's kind of like, I liken it to like a photo album. The Sun card right side up is like that crisp, well taken care of, everything's where it's supposed to be. It's a beautiful album. That's the Sun card right side up. The Sun card right upside down, you still have that album, but it's been damaged. It's got some water damage. It needs to be cleaned. Not all of the photos are still visible, but most of them are. and you still have your memories, you're still thankful to have it, it's still good, but it's not what it was. You know what I mean? It's still good, you still have your memories, you can still see the pictures. Most of them are still there, but it has to be cleaned up a bit, and some of the pictures got a little bit damaged, but there's still value. The reverse is kind of like still good, ideal no, but still good. Instead of losing it totally, you still have it, you still have the memories with it, it's just not in the perfect condition you would have hoped for it to be in. Is there anything else I need to say with this? I feel like that's what they're saying. You don't have to hold on to the bitter end. If this is hitting, they're like, you don't have to hold on to the bitter end. Think about your options now and decide what you prefer to have. If the situation is not respectful to you, and this does not feel at all like it's respectful to you, the way it feels to me if this is hitting, you don't owe this anything if it's not respectful to you. Not at all. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, of course, and have a great day.